gentlemen, what a sight to behold in Cardiff today. You have all done us so proud, and I bet the veterans are even more prouder today. To see the civilians, the bikers and the veterans standing together is a great sight. Now, the first thing I'd like to say, we have got first aiders here today, so if anybody needs first aid, if you see one of the stewards or Rico, they will point you in the right direction. Now we've got 5 different speakers today, all from the veteran community, except for Rico, of course, who will be representing the DFLA Swansea lads. So we might as well crack on. Our first speaker, oh no, first of all, actually, no, we'll crack on. Sorry, I've never done this before. The first speaker today is James Core, a 20-year veteran, Welsh Guards, 3 tours of Northern Ireland. No, actually, we've got a bugler first, haven't we? So I'm very sorry. So we'll get the bugler going first. Well done, sir. Well done. Right, and now the first speaker. Let's have it for James Core.
Good morning, Borada. Well, I'm not a political person, I'm not a career politician, and I'm not a natural speaker. So you're going to have to bear with me, folks. But I and my fellow comrades are humbled by your appearance here today, and we thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Today, we are targeting the British media due to the fact they failed to report on 22,000 veterans and supporters and families marching in London recently. Today, Armed Forces veterans and supporters are in London, Birmingham, Bristol, Manchester, Cardiff, Glasgow and Belfast. I actually wonder whether the mainstream media, the BBC particularly, will be reporting these events. Now, as I said, I'm not a career politician. We're not a political organisation. We are fighting for veterans. But unlike the 60 AMs in Welsh Assembly and the 650 MPs in London, only 75 of those MPs have ever served in the British forces. And now you can maybe understand why they treat us with such disdain. But it appears the government are proposing a new law whereby military personnel, be they serving or retired, will be immune or not subject for prosecution. But here's the rub. It's only after 10 years have passed, and only personnel who served overseas. This means, of course, veterans of the Northern Ireland conflict, and it was a war, folks, will not be included. The government are attempting to hide how the IRA are influencing this proposed law. And they're hiding it in a specific phrase. It will not apply to conduct at home. So the Ministry of Defence will shortly be issuing a review and a consultation launched by the government. And that's your opportunity to put your thoughts across. It's your opportunity to make your feelings known about the IRA murderers who are literally getting away with murder, while those who put their lives on the line to protect the civilians of Northern Ireland are dragged through the courts, mainly on pressure from retired terrorists. Once again, those who served on behalf of our Queen and country are pushed to one side, just set aside without so much of a thought or any support from the majority of our politicians. Oh yes, we often hear those well-used phrases. We all owe a huge debt of gratitude to our armed forces that put their lives on the line to protect our freedom and our security and democracy. Yes, they bloody well do. Once again, fine words witut any action. We put ourselves and our families into danger to ensure those who lived in Northern Ireland were secure and safe. Colleagues who served with me and my friends were murdered and suffered terrible injuries. Many still suffer with PTSD, originating from the service in Northern Ireland. So once again, murderers go free while retired British services personnel are dragged through the courts. Under orders from Sinn Féin, the political wing of the IRA. This is just not good enough. Government, you must try harder. Well, soldiers' case F and B has brought the dissatisfaction with our political class to light. But what you've got to think about, ladies and gentlemen, it's now soldier A to Z, because over 200 personnel excuse me, it's now over 200 personnel, ex-veterans, being investigated. But it's not going to stop there. What's going to actually happen is once they finish with those, they're going to look at the MPs, and then they're going to look at the Special Investigation Branch, and then they're going to look at the RUC. This is a political motivated witch hunt. Who of our non-military friends remember the troubles of Northern Ireland and the Good Friday Agreement? Do you remember what we were dealing with as soldiers? Kneecappings, tarring and feathering, petrol bombs, nail bombs and shootings. When people were rioting and racketeering, intimidation, people disappearing and never being found, car hijacking and hatred, etc. We weren't trained police, we were soldiers doing our job. Did you know that the PSNI are now actively investigating, as I said previously, 200 veterans? After that, additionally, the military police. You're aware that a former soldier is now in his 70s being charged with murder, and 200 others are being fully investigated. But why? When there's an incident in Northern Ireland, what actually happens? You're immediately interviewed by the military police. Once they finish with you, you're then investigated by the Special Investigation Branch of the military police. And then you go to the RUC, and you have to explain the case there. And then finally, you go into a coroner's court, and you have to stand there and justify your actions. These people have already been tried, and they've been found not guilty. Did you know that on Good Friday, 5,500 veterans also marched through Manchester to protest that no media coverage was allowed, as the government seemed to have put a blanket on it? Please pass this on to everybody you know, because there are 4 million veterans in this country who need your help. Volunteers who laid down their lives for doing what our successive governments had sent them to do. Now those same governments are allowing those men and women and veterans to be prosecuted for doing what they were sent to do. The law must be upheld, but on both sides. You cannot grant immunity to terrorists while investigating their victims for crime. Have no doubt, this is politically motivated witch hunt. And you will notice not one political person or MP is in the frame. Those people whose orders we were following. We cannot We must not, and we will not accept this betrayal by the political class. Many have fought to defend this country, and we lost many comrades and friends along the way. We will not allow them to have died in vain. And if we have to march again, we will. And if the political class elite don't listen, then we will bring this country to a standstill. I apologise for my speech. I'm not a great speaker, as I said initially, but thank you, God bless, and God save the Queen!